Hi Professor, this video is for assignment 1, tracking your goals. The first question that I will address is what was your short-term goal and why did you choose it within the project and portfolio 1? My short-term goal was to show my personal brand effectively to the world out there. I think I chose that goal because I really wanted to take a path. I really wanted to choose a pathway to go in order to express all of my talents and my abilities. And that was something that was particularly hard for me because I always felt like I had so many routes that I could take, and it was more about focusing in one rather than thinking of what to do. Let's move on to the second question. Have you achieved your short-term goal? Why or why not? I believe I have. I believe within my elements developed in the project and portfolio courses, you can see that my personal brand has been, has been shown. Of course, it does have a lot to be worked on, and I am still very young, and I am still in the process of cultivating and growing that personal brand into something very, very meaningful. But those things take time, so I feel like the short term goal I have achieved, but it's just a small goal out of a very, very, very great landscape of goals that I need to achieve. Now, what tactics did I use to achieve these goals? Well, first, it was a lot of auto-suggestion. That was I would say, my most important tactic. I did a lot of auto-suggestion on myself, asking myself constantly where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do, and how did I wanted to portray myself to the world. And I think that was something very important. That was one of the tactics that I used to achieve this goal. Another tactic that I used was writing down constantly the dreams and the aspirations that I had that would cross on my mind in the day. I think after, I think it was like 2 months or so, I had a huge list of tactics, of aspirations and of goals, and I was able to come down to a few 5 that really were very meaningful to me. Let's move on to the next question. How well your tactics worked? I think they worked very good for short-term goals. It worked good. It was a way to kind of understand how to analyze myself and how to put myself in the right direction. I still need a lot of work, and I'm still there, but I have done a lot of things in positive, in a positive way, and it has given me a lot of perspective. If you have not achieved your short-term goal, outline a recovery plan. I think if I wouldn't have reached to a conclusion of what I wanted my personal brand to be, my recovery plan would have been just more time, or more auto-suggestion, more auto-analysis, more exercises of auto-analysis. But I think time would have been the most effective, because with time you always kind of realize things through. If circumstances have changed and you need to alter the goal, explain why and how. Well, if circumstances would have changed per se, that for any reason I would have changed of personality completely and of goals completely, I would definitely alter the goal, because the goal would be different. The end result would be different, because my dreams and my aspirations would have been different. So I think that would be something that that would be the end result of what would happen if my circumstances would have been changed. Then create a new, more appropriate goal for your current environments and the tactics you will use. Of course, if I encounter myself in a new environment, in which per se I decide that I want to become a painter, and I want to paint the greatest paintings in the world, and I want to use that within my personal brand, my tactics to reach that goal would be, of course, to study a lot of painting. I would probably intern myself 1 week. I would give myself 1 week to do a lot of reading regarding the subject of art and of art history and of art techniques, and then after that I would paint. I would actually, put my imagination to it, and after that, I would use that for my personal brand. So that would be kind of the tactics that I would use, studying and applying the knowledge in a organized way. Describe the steps you have taken toward your medium term and long term goals. That's a very interesting question, actually, the most interesting one of all. Um, in order to arrive to my medium term goal, I have been increasingly uh, applied organized thinking into my life. I think I have gotten very organized. I still have a lot of things that I need to work on, but I've definitely worked on my organization a lot. So that's been one clear step, organization. And the other is vision. I have increased the obsession um, of accomplishing my medium and long term goals throughout auto suggestion, and that has created an obsession in my mind. Whereas every day, at least once a day, I'm thinking and I'm visualizing myself in the position of the success that I want to attain, and I think that's very important. Um, well, I think that was it. Thank you very much, and I'm sorry for the late upload.